Sometimes one question can break a lifetime of silence. And that moment arrived when a quiet, underfed 12-year-old girl named Alina stood trembling inside the grand hallway of a billionaire's mansion, staring at a photograph that shouldn't exist, a photograph of her mother. Alina wasn't used to luxury. She wasn't used to kindness either. After her mother passed away 3 years ago, she had been living with relatives who treated her like an obligation, never a child. Old clothes, skipped meals, cold words, and even colder nights. But her mother once told her, "Always follow the truth, sweetheart, even if it scares you." Today, the truth stood right in front of her. Her school had organized a field trip to the mansion of Raymond Foster, one of the richest men in the state. The kids were amazed. Indoor waterfalls, gold decor, priceless art. But Alina didn't see any of that. Her eyes froze on a single frame on the wall. Her mother, smiling, standing next to Raymond Foster, like she belonged there. Her breath caught. Her heart pounded. She whispered, "That's my mom." The teacher blinked in confusion. "Alina, sweetheart, are you sure?" "I know my mother's face," she said, voice trembling. The class moved on, but Alina stayed behind, staring, crying silently, afraid to blink because she feared the picture might disappear. Then a deep voice echoed from behind her. "What are you doing here alone?" Alina turned slowly. Raymond Foster himself stood there, tall, powerful, a man whose presence filled the room before his voice even did. Alina swallowed hard. "That picture, the woman in it, she's my mom." Raymond's face turned pale, like he had seen a ghost he wasn't prepared to face. "What's your name, young lady?" he asked softly. "Alina." A long silence hung between them, heavy, breathless, full of something unspoken. "Come with me," he finally said. Teachers tried to intervene, but Raymond raised a hand gently. "She's safe. I promise." The mansion felt colder as they walked. Too clean, too perfect, too empty. He led her into a private sitting room, closed the door, and sat across from her with a shake in his hands he tried to hide. "Alina, your mother wasn't just anyone to me," he began, voice low. "She was everything." Alina's breath hitched. "What do you mean?" Raymond looked away, eyes glistening. "We went to college together. She was my best friend, my first love, the kind of person who lit up entire hallways with her smile." He inhaled deeply, and then she left, without a word. Alina felt her chest tighten. "But why would she leave you?" "She left me a letter," Raymond said quietly. "She said our worlds were too different, that people would tear her apart for being with someone like me. And she didn't want me to choose between love and reputation." A tear slid down Alina's cheek. "You kept her picture all these years?" Raymond nodded. "I never forgot her. Not for a single day." But then he said something that shattered Alina's world, then stitched it back together in the same breath. "Alina, your mother hid something from me." Alina wiped her tears. What did she hide?" Raymond's voice cracked. "That you are my daughter." Everything stopped. The room, the air, even Alina's heartbeat. I'm, she stuttered. "You're my daughter," he whispered through tears. "If I had known, I would have turned the whole world upside down to find you." Alina's voice broke. "Then why didn't you find us?" Raymond fell to his knees in front of her. "Because she never told me. She walked away to protect you, and maybe to protect me too. But if I had known, Alina, I swear, you would have never lived a single day without love." Tears poured freely now. From both of them, he reached beside a drawer and pulled out a soft, worn notebook. "Your mother's diary," he said. "I've kept it all these years. She wrote about her dreams, and after she left, I always wondered if she wrote about you too." Alina opened the diary with shaking hands. There it was, page after page of her mother's handwriting. Stories of Alina's first steps, first words, first fever, first drawing. Every moment of her life, recorded with love. Alina clutched the diary to her chest and cried like she hadn't cried in years. Then she whispered the question that had been buried in her heart since her mother died. Will you take me with you? Raymond gently lifted her chin, tears sliding down his cheeks. Alina, you're my daughter. I lost you once. I will never lose you again. He pulled her into the warmest, safest embrace she had ever felt. You're home now, sweetheart. You're finally home. Outside the mansion, sunlight broke through the clouds. For the first time in years, someone smiled in that house. Someone felt alive again. And as Alina walked through the mansion with her father by her side, she whispered the words written on the very last page of her mother's diary. The truth will always find its way home. Today it finally did.